welcome to another story of our 2010 through hike. As we ended off yesterday, on our last story, we made it to Damascus and we stayed a day there. Me, Marcia, John, and Sid headed out and we did 18 miles the next day. And we made it, we crossed the road and we were about 6 miles from, I think it's Elk Garden, where you cross over into Grayson Highlands. And we camped that night. We met Seeker, a good friend. First time we'd ever met her. Now she's a great friend of ours. And camped with her. And I got sick that night, badly sick. Made it 6 miles up to the road crossing to go into Grayson Highlands. And we told our friends to go on. And we hitchhiked to Troutdale and stayed at the church hostel for a day. And then decided, since our friends hadn't got there yet, that we would go ahead and get somebody to take us back to where we got off and slack pack the 20 some miles back to Troutdale and get back even with them. So we did that, but we found out that morning that it was all you could eat ribs that night at the restaurant below the church, and it quit at 7. So we took off just to getting it. About halfway I was running basically, and I caught my foot on a root and I fell, didn't have hiking poles, stuck my arm out, and I'm pretty sure that was the beginning of a 11-year deterioration of this right shoulder, and that's why I had to have reverse total shoulder after a couple more falls, and because we had to get to that all you can eat ribs. We did make it, but I was in pain. Actually, we stayed on the trail and made it the rest of the way, but the rest of the hike, Marcia actually had to help me with my pack on and push me up over some of the rough stuff when we got up to New Hampshire and Maine. But we made it, everything went well. Caught back up with our friends John and Sid, and tomorrow's story, next story will be Sid's leaving the trail, and then it'll be down to 3. Thank y'all for joining us.